Alright everyone, this is Oleg here, and today I'm gonna show you how to fix a short-range remote on a 2010 or Gen 3 Prius. So I've been struggling with this for a while. I got two Prius remotes, both factory, it's all OEM, and the problem was basically it used to work up to about 100 feet, and then all of a sudden one day both remotes function literally like within only 5 or 10 feet of the car, which I find very annoying. Basically not getting in the range, and so I changed the remote batteries, cleaned everything, checked everything, it was fine. And so what I traced it down to is basically this little module. So this is a receiver assembly for a smart door control unit that's in Toyota, and it is installed actually. So this is the back of my Prius, so you have to pull this panel off here, and this sucker actually sits right back here. I already removed it, but this is where it's located. So you need to remove the right panel in your trunk to be able to get to it. And so the problem, as I found out, you don't necessarily have to buy a new one, you just gotta fix this one. The fix is really simple. So you see these two screws here, you gotta take these screws off. And next step here, I will show you what you do once the screws are removed. Alright, so I've removed the screws and I removed the mounting bracket here. So if you completely disassemble the module, that's what it looks like on the other side. And really you don't need to mess with anything on the back side. As a matter of fact, being an electrical engineer, I would advise you not to mess with anything here. Just leave it alone. What you're looking for on this side of the circuit board, you can see very closely, there's down in this corner there is a little pattern. It's a copper and solder coated whisker or lines basically that extend towards the center of the hole. And what that is basically it's a grounding plane or grounding connection to make electrical contact to this plate, and then also when this plate is mounted to the car, that provides a grounding connection to the car. So now how that works is basically if you don't have a good ground in this module, when it tries to receive the signal, the whole thing, electrically speaking, will be oscillating, which you don't want. You want the ground to be stable, and you want just the antenna getting oscillation from your remote. So what you need to do here is get a little bit of sandpaper, a really fine sandpaper, or maybe even X-Acto knife, and just slightly go around these little whiskers here and clean them up a little bit, and also clean up both of the corners, or at least the corner that makes the contact with them on your plate, and then reassemble it back together, put it back in the car, and it'll be as good as new. So here I have cleaned the pads on my remote, on my unit. So over here on the circuit board, be very careful, don't scrub too hard. All you want to do is just remove any debris or oxidation that are in those whiskers. So I didn't have sandpaper laying around here with me. I just used a flathead screwdriver and just went over it lightly. And then on the mating pad, as you can see, I scraped it up pretty good to make sure I removed any, like I said, oxidation or whatever is on there. It's basically, imagine your 12-volt batteries in the cars, getting oxidation and stuff like that and losing performance. This is essentially the same thing. So, and then we're just gonna slap it together, put it back in the car, and it's gonna work just fine.